finally I've had a chance to get this video done. So this is the current state that it's in with the wear and the trades. They didn't quite come out as well as I'd hoped, but they're good enough. If I had to do it again, I would make sure that the engraver would do proper engraving rather than just the etching that's on here, and they're not the right font, but it's good enough for me. I'm happy with that. So let's get into the internals and to see how we can improve the hop. Now I say improve, but there's not a lot you can do, to be honest. So it may help a bit, but it's not going to make it an amazingly good shooting pistol. So you have to take the hop apart, use a very small Allen key, I don't know what size it is, but very small. Undo the front screw and you'll be able to gently pull out the barrel. So there is the hop nub. I'll push that out gently from underneath, and as you may be able to see, it is very small piece of rubber. So the only way really to improve this is to make the top surface a bit stiffer, so that when the screw pushes on it, it pushes down more evenly rather than on one side or the other if it's slightly offset. So the easiest way to do that I've used is a very thin coating or a couple of coats of super glue that you put on the top very carefully, let it dry, and then maybe put another one. I've put a couple on, and that stiffens up the top surface of the rubber, and that seems to have improved the accuracy somewhat. The second thing you can do to improve the overall performance on any airsoft blowback pistol is to put a very thin layer of acrylic paint on the nozzle head, or the front of the nozzle. So on this one you undo the two screws here, the whole thing slides out, which gives you better access to the nozzle. And then I use this acrylic oil-based paint. You can find this on eBay. Just search up tire marker, because it's used on motorcycle tires. So it's oil-based, which is slightly flexible, and it helps create a nice seal. You can put a couple of coats to help it create a nice seal inside the hop chamber. And you can use this on any pistol. Make sure you let it dry completely for a couple of hours before you put it back together again, and see if that improves your FPS a bit. It won't make a huge difference, but it'll help. Okay, here we are at the range. Done a bit more wear on it, a bit of trades, although they're only etched. It'll do. And we have magazine filled with 0.25s. I've warmed it up, so hopefully it'll work alright in this cold weather. Let's see what she does. Seems to be over hopping a bit. It can reach that. It is over hopping. With heavier BBs it'll work pretty well. So it's not too bad. When you've done a bit of the wearing with the steel wool, you'll find that some of it comes up very shiny or very silvery. So what you can do to dull it back down and give it a bit more age is to use some of this aluminium blacking to liquid. You just put it on a cloth and rub it on, and it darkens the metal. Depending how much aluminium alloy is in there, what it's made of, it will have different effects, different amounts of blacking, but it gives it a nice aged look rather than the shiny silvery look. So you can actually, if you do a bit too much, you can put a bit of that on, darken it down again, and it comes out quite nicely.